back. We made it. Let's get it. Glad to be back.
Okay, BC. So, how's it feeling now? You got to come back at the end of the last season.
Yeah.
And this year, this off season, no apparent anything wrong. So, how does it feel? You were coming off your first real significant injury. Got to play a little bit. You had a good summer. How do you feel going into the season?
I feel great. Just very, very happy. I feel like I worked on my mental too. I feel like I got a real clear mind. Body is healthy. Just very, very excited to get back to playing again, man. I think our team this year, I think we all have the same mindset where, we all had a tough year last year, whether you were playing or you were hurt. So I just think we're all just, very focused this year, and I'm just very, very happy to be back playing basketball.
How important was it for you to get that last few games in?
Yeah, it was huge. It was hard because I was barely ready. But I'm very happy though that I was able to play them. It was extremely hard though. I mean, I was sore, I was in pain, but they were very, very big games for me, and they were fun games. So kind of showed me what I wanted to work on, and kind of showed me how I wanted to be this year coming up.
You've had a chance to play with Zach, Edie, in some runs, right?
Yeah.
How good defensively can this team be with you, Marcus,
Yeah.
and him? How good defensively can this team be?
I think we can be very good. I mean, yeah, Zach is obviously 7'4" and can block shots. I mean, he's been doing that his whole career. I've been watching Zach play forever. So, back in college, back on team Canada. So just really grateful to have him here. It was kind of surreal, but I think that this year we know how big time defense is, how we got to be really good on all sides of the ball, off the ball. So I think that we can be really, really good defensively. Mm-hmm.
When he has you posted up, when Edie has position, what is that like as a defender?
I mean, it's like you're guarding a giant. You're guarding a big, strong dude. Just kind of gotta force him to his offhand, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's I've guarded a lot of tall guys, but he is definitely one of the tallest guys that I've guarded. It's not easy, for sure.
Brandon, just what have you most learned, I guess, from this past year and a half of the injury coming back at the end of last season, and then obviously this off season?
Yeah, I would really say just building up habits that I used to not have. Being hurt and having surgery, I really had to, my trainer told me one day that, because I was kind of going through rehab at first and I hated it, and he kind of told me that I have to, find ways to fall, back in love with rehab and fall in love with rehab, or else every day is just going to be a drag. So I kind of took that to heart, and I really locked into my rehab, and I really locked into doing all of the stuff that I didn't want to do or that I struggled with, and I just kind of, just got stronger all around, and just kind of made it so I wouldn't get hurt again in the future.
Brandon, coming out of rehab in those last few games of the season, going into the off season, what things were you looking to attack to improve parts of your game, especially after Edie being drafted, the front court getting a little bit bigger? What did you go into the off season looking to improve?
I mean, everything all around, man. Just really just my body, just so it can take everything, my shooting, dribbling, everything, man. I worked hard on my shot form. I worked hard on a lot of things. But really just my body, just being able to hold up, and so I'm not, feeling so sore, feeling so, tired when I play and stuff. Because it was tough in those last few games. Like I said, my body was just kind of aching. But I've kind of got past all that now, so.
How do you just assess the current state of the front court? Because it feels like you guys kind of have very different games among the bigs. You and Zach have scored really efficiently around the rim, and Jaron obviously shoots it, and Santi shoots it a lot. What do you make of the different combinations that they'll be able to use, and does that help you to have different types of players to throw out there?
I think it's a real good thing for the coaches to have. I mean, you want guys that can do multiple different things. I've already, shown and proven what I can do, and, that's stuff that I'm going to do always. But yeah, it's definitely good because, you know, every team that you play is different. You know, there's some teams where you're going to need like a bigger guy. There's some teams when you're going to need somebody faster and you're going to like want to put in different lineups. And there's going to be some nights where, you know, somebody's playing better than somebody else. So it's definitely like a good issue to have, you know, or not like issue, but it's like a good like thing to have, like 4 guys that can, you know, play together and do whatever. So, yeah.
BC all the way in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Different guys have things that motivate them, but collectively as this team, how motivated are you, whether it's injuries or whether it was no playoffs and where this team has been and where they want to get back to?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you think that motivation is going to propel this team from the start of training camp tomorrow through a season that we all hope is injury-free?
Yeah, I think that like we're all just kind of tired of being like branded as like losers basically, because last year like we felt like losers, and we all kind of felt like what that feels like, having to go through every day, like knowing that like you're probably gonna lose the game, or knowing that like, because like we kind of went from like beating everybody to losing to everybody, and it's like it's a big time different feeling, and it doesn't feel good for the players. And I think like even like, you know, if you're hurt, you still kind of feel that every day. And I think like we all just know like that we want to get back to winning.
Thanks. You touched on it earlier about your mental health. It's
Yeah.
such a priority these days. Is there
No, it
anything
is.
you can share about what you know, maybe get your mind off the game, get you right on that end? And then we've heard about you on the front court.
Mm-hmm.
What's been the communication to you from the executives and the coaching staff on how you'll fit in with your role this season?
Yeah, I mean they're all just looking forward to me just being me just being healthy. For me and my mental health, I just really focused on basketball and focused on like winning again. Like I feel like during last year I was so focused on myself and like being healthy and stuff that I didn't really lose sight of the team stuff. But like you know, when I came back and played those last 5 games, like it's not like we were playing for much. And now it feels way, way different though, because we're all playing, we're all like playing to win now, and we all really, really want to win and go far in the playoffs. So I just think I have like a real clear mind with that, and all I really care about is basketball now, and like that's just like all that matters really.
Brandon, getting back those last 5 games, and Jaren played some of those with you.
Mm-hmm.
How different was he on the court? And you know, with all this team went through last year, he was kind of the one piece that was still around for much of that. Do you see growth in him, and what steps can he take now to build on that season?
Yeah, I think that Jaren had a real good year last year, especially offensively. I think that like coach just said it in our meeting, like he wants Jaren to play better defense again, like how he did 2 years ago, and I would definitely like say that he's right with that. Playing with Jaren though was fun. Like we always just have really good chemistry off the court, on the court. I played with them for this will be my sixth year now playing with them, so pretty sure like every player that I've like gone to play with for like a long like period of time, I've kind of built like a good like chemistry with them. And I just know how to play with them well. So, but yeah, playing with like him though, we're just like a real good duo together.
Hey, Brandon, how nice it's been to have another Canadian on the team, and it's been easy for you guys to kind of build that bond quickly.
Yeah, no, it is nice. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I've been watching them play on that team forever, on Team Canada forever. So, you know, I'm just real like proud of him too. Like I've watched him grind, I've watched him get better. You know, I've watched people like always talk down on him in the past, and he's always like overcame it and kind of showed that like, you know, he's good and that he can play, you know, like in the league and stuff. And yeah, that's kind of like what I went through too when I was going through the college draft stuff and all that. So yeah, just real cool to see like somebody like him, and he's just like such a nice like you know, such a nice guy too, such a nice dude. So just really, really nice to have him here. Yeah, thank you guys.